Hello, folks. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. I hope that you're having a good day. Today, we're going to talk about weight loss. We're going to talk about getting your health back. In a time when the air quality is very bad, the water is poisoned, the food is poisoned, everything that comes into our bodies is designed to kill us. I guess I'm the poster child for getting your life back. Now on the wall behind me, I'm going to put a chart so that you can see my progress. 15 months ago, I went on a diet. The reason I went on that diet is because I was getting ready to die. This week, I'm celebrating my 50th wedding anniversary with my wife, Marcia. Some of you who were on this channel at the time know that my wife had a heart attack and had to have surgery to open up some of her arteries so that she could quit having heart attacks. She still has a couple of arteries that are occluded, but she's doing pretty good. And it's a real blessing because at the time, 15 months ago, when I started to realize I was getting ready to check out, I weighed 380 pounds. Now that wasn't my peak. I was 430 pounds at one time. I had been on diets, all kinds of different diets, and I had gone from the 430 down to about 380. In fact, I'd actually gotten down to 343 and then gradually went back up as I was doing diets and fighting everything. However, right now, over the last couple of weeks, I have dipped below 300 pounds. I'm now 295 pounds, and it's the first time that I have been under 300 pounds in 37 years. This is 2026. The last time that I was under 300 pounds was 1989. That's how long I've been way too fat. There's no other way to put it than that. But I wanted to be here for my 50th wedding anniversary. I wanted to be with my wife to be able to celebrate. And that's what we're doing. We're celebrating this week our 50th wedding anniversary. I didn't want her to have to do that alone. It wouldn't have been much of a celebration if we weren't together. When I was a kid, on my parents' 25th wedding anniversary, my father, who was quite a tease, would always say to my mother, "Oh, 25 years, that's too long to be with the same woman." And every year thereafter, he would say that. Well, in 1994, he passed away. They were getting ready to celebrate their 45th wedding anniversary, and he passed away. That's kind of sad if you think about it, because she didn't celebrate their 45th. Instead, it was a sad moment for them. I didn't want that to be the same for my wife and I. I wanted us both to be here. And by the grace of God, I am here. In the last 15 months, my heart has gone from a very bad heart to a good heart. Not a great heart, but at least good. My lungs, which were desperately bad, asthma, COPD, all the bad things, has gotten to the point where it's very manageable. I don't have nearly the problems that I had. The other thing, however, is that I have, and some of you know this, I've had a neurological problem, and there's a pill that I have to take, and that pill helps to rescue me from what are called full body muscle spasms. This means that most, if not all, of my muscles are going off at the same time. There have been times when I haven't been able to move for hours at a time. And I can tell you, when you need to go to the restroom, laying out of bed unable to move is a bad thing. But, you know, the thing of it is that losing this weight, getting back down to 295 pounds, means that I don't have to take those pills very often at all. Maybe 2 or 3 times a month instead of 3 or 4 times a day. The bad part about having taken those pills is that it destroyed my liver. My liver is in very bad shape. I've been taking those pills for about 35 years because I was in such distress that I was immobile from time to time. But now things are getting better, and a lot of it is because of the weight loss, but it's also because of the fact that I'm no longer eating sugar that's beet and cane sugar, and I'm no longer intaking white flour. If I need flour in a recipe, we use either almond flour or pecan flour, and sometimes we'll have a little bit of coconut flour with that, depending on how we want the particular thing to taste. Now we can put that in bread, and it essentially has 0 carbohydrates in it. Now if you add the coconut flour to it, that will add to the carbohydrates. But if you eat 1 or 2 pieces here and there, you know, like maybe 1 today and 1 tomorrow and so on, you can keep in what Dr. Berg calls keto. And I try to keep in keto because that's how this diet helps you to lose weight. The good thing about this program, I'm taking vinegar and lemon water. I'm drinking it warm, and I put a little bit of the Himalayan pink salt in it to kind of help to activate that stuff. This is one of the things I'm trying to do to help reactivate my liver. Now, they don't know if it's going to reactivate or not, but they do know that it's in desperate shape. Hopefully it'll get to a point where my liver will be better again. Now I'm going to put a chart up here on the wall so that you can see my progress, and you can see where I came from up here, which will be 430 pounds, and I'll be down here at 295, and I'm going to try to get down to 200 pounds. If I do, I'll be 230 pounds below where I was, and I'll only weigh 200 pounds. So I will have lost over half of myself, and that's kind of amazing. One last thing I'd like to say, and it's going to lengthen the video. 25 years, 30 years, 40, 50 years, 75 years, 100 years is not too long to be with the same woman. If you find the right woman, and do the best you can. The same with you ladies if you find the right man. No amount of time is too long to be with that person. After you get to about 25 years, you're going to find that your relationship mellows and that things become much greater. If you're with the wrong person, unfortunately, it may never, ever get better. However, if you are with the right person, then the world is going to be much brighter. You're going to see the world through a much better pair of glasses, as they say. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and I want you to all have a good day.